Hello everyone, this is DavidViadel23 and welcome to the Mandragon's Cave. Today we're gonna be talking about Shaka from One Piece. Disclaimer at the beginning of the video, so everyone knows. I'm gonna be talking about manga update and up to date, so if you are only watching anime, stop watching the video, and when you catch up with the manga, come back and see this kind of theory or thoughts, let's call it thoughts about Shaka. So, as we know, Shaka is the 01 Vegapunk. He represents good, and I want to talk about him now because we have seen this week the release of the new animation for Egghead, the release of the new opening, and there's been a lot of boom, let's say, online on internet about different aspects of the opening of this trailer opening. So basically, if you follow up again, stop if you haven't watched the manga. If you follow the manga and you have seen what happened in Egghead with the Vegapunk so far and everything, Shaka, that represents good, one of the parts of Vegapunk that it's connected to good, and Lilith is the evil. And so we know him as a mysterious character. In the opening, they show him in a very evil colors and very evil kind of composition, like all the kidnapped, but because we know that Jorg is kind of the bad Vegapunk, let's say, at the end, and we know that she kidnaps these people underground, these government officers, and we know as well that Shaka, in theory, he wasn't aware of it. Even him being the one who is actually checking the whole time the monitors and the cameras and everything. So in that scene when they realize that Jorg is the guilty, that we have Robin down there as well. I think it's Robin and Chopper, they are down with Shaka. They find these kidnapped people, and when they are gonna reveal Jorg as the bad guy, let's say the bad character, we have Shaka being shot from behind, and the head kind of breaks the helmet, the head and everything, and we all assume that he is dead. Since the very beginning, I thought my lottery tickets were with Shaka as being the bad guy, because always this is for the greater good, no? This concept of the greater good. Always within good you have evil, and always within evil you have good. And I thought maybe the extraction for the part of the brain of Shaka is so good, actually. He's so good that it will make sense if he does bad things for the greater good. He will be kind of the representation of the good. And I always, until they revealed the Jorg stuff and all this kind of lore involving Jorg and this upsetness, that she's kind of upset all the time, etc., because they are having her just eating, pooing, and sleeping, and she wants to actually do things like the other Vegapunks, and she has the capabilities and she knows how to do all these things, yeah, okay. So my concern is this character, when it's shown, that we will see soon in the anime this, in this sleeve, he has this word, and I'm gonna be drawing here in a moment, and you will see what it says. it is caution. Okay, we have the word caution here with an X, caution, X, and then a circle. This first part, the circle and the X, if you see it in vertical, it's like a pirate skull. Okay, and then the word caution, being in this background of laboratories, investigation and everything, is kind of the message that you will put in a room that you don't want anyone to enter because it's dangerous. So I always thought Shaka is gonna be the bad guy, even if he is representing good. Okay, and then so we have this, and now this is the full body. He's wearing a long coat, and then the Vegapunk boots. I'm not sure if they are gonna be in a screen much. Okay. Okay. So as I'm saying, you will put this caution sign in a place that you don't want anyone to enter, you don't want anyone to access. In a laboratory, in facilities that they do experiments and they do investigation. This is exactly what they do in Egghead. And him having this since the very beginning, I thought, okay, caution. Oda is telling me, caution with this character. He represents good, that he may be something different, not only what I'm showing you. And then Egghead goes on, we have the York reveal, we have everything going on, and so far he happens to be good, he happens to be dead, because he's shot on the head, and I say, okay, let's accept, maybe let's do this a little bit shorter, so we can see a little bit of the legs. It can be interesting. Even if it is up to the bottom, for the drawing it may look a little bit nicer if we go only up to here, and we make him a little bit shorter. My thoughts in Shaka basically are that as you see him being a concept taken from this musical group called Daft Punk, you see there's these two characters, okay, that they have these helmets, and here actually this design with this type of helmet is exactly like one of the guys. Okay, so the story with these guys is that they've been for many years in secret kind of making this music, really nice music and electronic music, and then always with the helmets, not revealing the face. And I think a couple of years ago apparently they revealed the face and it was a big fuss and everything, and you had this you know, apparently they wanted to separate or something. I don't know the story in full, but the thing is, the concept is that these two guys were using the masks to conceal their faces and create mystery around the character, so they could actually so the public could actually forget about the faces and focus in the music and make everything electronic, like robot looking, no? And this character, Shaka, is taking reference from that, and I think this is very similar to what's happening here, and I think what we are gonna see is... my thoughts is that what we are gonna see is that at the very end of Egghead, Shaka is still gonna be alive, because I don't think you can kill a robot with a headshot. I think you need to destroy him. And I think Shaka is the one behind this behavior of York, and he is the mastermind behind this, and he's gonna be the bad guy. I say this because I don't see York as a character that maybe, if the story goes going forward, we can kind of have something... I don't think her design as more childish and more selfish. I don't think we can see her as a villain. Or I talk a lot about the possibility of the Vegapunks being separated at the end, the ones that are still alive, being separated at the end, and each one of them, or let's say that there is 4 left or 5 left, they go to different groups, so they have access to fuel for this Mother Flame to activate the ancient weapons, because that's why we have Vegapunk, to create the fuel to the Mother Flame to activate ancient weapons and to do technological things. So I always thought Jorg may end up being with the bad guys, in this case Blackbeard, at the end of the story, kind of showing up at the end. Hey guys, I'm bad, I'm gonna go with you, I'm gonna help you to do this, do that. And then this week I happened to see the anime, and I see how Shaka is being introduced. If Oda and Toei are making this this design of Shaka to confuse you and tell you maybe Shaka is the bad guy, and everything is very weird. Maybe Shaka is the bad guy and he's the one who kidnapped all these guys, all these the world government guys. But at the same time, to keep the mystery of York at the end, as I say, because we don't expect the York. At some point during the manga, everyone was talking, oh, Shaka is the bad guy, and then, oh, Lilith is the bad guy, oh, Dan is the bad guy. But the only strong character as a design, as a mysterious, as a proper nice character that we have, I think is Shaka, because the style and the parallelism with Daft Punk, and Lilith, because the concept of being the first one that Oda introduces, the concept of being evil, and the concept of, during the whole saga, being next to the Straw Hats and basically help them. So she's evil, but she actually hasn't done any evil so far, I would say. So it can be, because these things that I'm saying, that we have Shaka coming out at the very end of the story, when probably Jorg maybe is defeated or is taken out of this scene. And then we have as well, we have Caribou kidnapping one of the Vegapunks. I think that's gonna happen for sure. And then we have Lilith living with Frankie, taking care of Frankie, so they can rebuild Frankie and update him. I think that is gonna be a need of this saga, need to happen. And then at the very end of the story, when everyone, this will be the surprise moment, when everyone thinks that we are finished with this saga and there's nothing else to see, Blackbeard shows up, he's gonna leave, and then I think we will see this mysterious character in the shadows, Shaka, coming out and saying, hey, I'm gonna go with you, and he will be revealed to be the bad guy and the one who was actually taking control, because he is actually the one monitoring everything. You can't tell me that he, in how perfect Vegapunk is, you can't tell me this information, this kind of tricky things slipped, and one Vegapunk was able to deceive the other ones. The Vegapunk that is in charge of eating, and she does nothing else than eating and sleeping and going to toilet, she's able to deceive all the others. And I think if Oda wants to play that way, and this is what it is, okay, it's good. But this is just for the thought. This is just for the concept of what if this happens, and what it will be our reaction, and how we can talk about it to see a kind of a story going forward. Now, as you have seen, I'm kind of developing a little bit the theory while I do this this drawing. I want to focus now. Let's just focus here 1 second in just focus 1 second in the drawing here. Okay. The head is looking nice like this. Do these 3 lines, and then we have the number 1 there. Because as we know, there's several Vegapunks, and Shaka is number 1 representing good. And they made the iconography very remarkable in all of them, so kind of Oda showing us that they are numbers. Like, it reminds me a little bit like Bleach as well, with the arrancas and everything, with the hollows. And yeah, so let's do this couple of lines. As we don't see, we don't have the anime full on yet. There's some color spreads and there's some drawings out for the Vegapunks, and I thought that it's the kind of the coat that Shaka is having will be black, but apparently now as well with the new anime it's now totally confirmed that we have this kind of bluish design. So now when I start kind of filling the drawing with color, I will probably do a first pass of blue, the same blue that we use for the sketch, and then move to doing some lines with the liner to make it darker, because I think I like it. The manga design with the dark is very elegant and very villainous, like for a bad guy, for the bad guy of the story. And even if it is not true at the moment, and this is just a speculation and theories and ideas and you know, my thoughts trying to go a little bit more in depth in what can happen or what if this happen. I think a darker tone like this, it can be fitting for the theory. Okay, so we have the top already, and now let's do this side as well. And there is this kind of style for the numbers as well. Okay, feel free to tell me in the comments down below if you think that this may be a possibility, and we may see a evil Shaka at the end, and a extreme goodness in a character that maybe the good, like the typical, let's say, Terminator plot, no? That because these guys, these satellites that they are called satellites, Vegapunk satellites, they are basically cyborgs and robots like Terminator basically, and the main one, the Stella one, that they call it a Stella here, is the Vegapunk Stella, so the old man. So as science fiction comes into One Piece and Egghead Saga comes into One Piece with all these clones, these mechanical beasts, and the giant robot and all these things, the pacifistas and the evolution of the pacifistas, that this is basically, as I said, Terminator. If you have seen this saga, Terminator is basically the machines realizing that humans are a plague and the world will be better without them, and they start killing them all. And there's this other side, that's the resistance, fighting the machines, fighting the Terminators. So if this type of plot, that it will be very typical in science fiction, happens, it will be fitting to have the first build for good, Shaka, the representation of good, an ideal of good, Shaka, becoming a bad character. And let's see, Vegapunk, now we have the U. Okay, so probably the K is gonna be almost. Yeah, that is the case. Out of a scene, that is good because we can make this kind of flip that is round. So as I said, it will be very fitting to see this type of plot in a science fiction saga, even within One Piece. I know Oda is always for the new, and we always have nice plot twists in One Piece, and we don't expect things. And the unexpected here will be that the obvious York is not as bad as we thought, and there was a mastermind the whole time behind him, because no one expected York to be doing what she's doing, and out of the blue she takes out kind of the coolest character, in my opinion, of the whole saga, that is this Daft Punk looking guy. And yeah, so let's do this other line goes crossing the other way. So many lines in this design, kind of so confusing, so mysterious design. That's why I think what if not everything that we see, not everything that our eyes are seeing is what is the truth. Let's do a little bit of shape here, like it's as well twisting on the side, and then here yeah, some extra lines as well. Okay, and let's me, yeah, the anime design, all these whitish shapes are kind of yellow. So maybe we go, I'm not sure if we do this caution in white. I think maybe with the anime, the anime it pops out as white or yellow. It is all the fan art you can see online. The helmet is gold color, but if we check the anime, it's been done gray, like silver. So yeah, we will go for a similar silver design. I think that may be more accurate for what we want to do here. So okay, let's just start from scratch here, and we do the letters. Okay. It's a bit funny to have to write in this position. Caution. Let's do the O there as well. Okay, caution, and then there's this pirate X that we have here. Okay, telling everyone we are pirates. I may betray everyone. That's my opinion. Has like a dark logo there. And then we have this light that comes from the shoulder, like we have on the other side as well, crossing in the middle for the whole thing. Okay. Okay. There is a couple more kind of arrows. Let's see, we can do the arrows too, like this, like harpoons. It is very pointy design for the style, like when you draw or when you have a racing car that they make all these lines to symbolize speed and symbolize, you know, danger and everything, and the pointy lines, the sign of caution, the symbol of pirate that you read in this direction, but if you turn it around, this is a pirate skull. I think this character is connecting as well with if they wanna go forward, and this is just as well more of a speculation, and I enjoy a lot about having like a brainstorm and see what we can figure out, like Enel. imagine if NL, if I think he will show up at some point, because all the mini stories, they end up showing up at some point. What if Vegapunk, original Vegapunk, is not the one doing the whole NL thing? Because NL is a bad guy. NL, when he shows up, he's not gonna have a redemption, or he's not gonna have a revelation like Crocodile, that may be a little bit good in our eyes, a little bit liked, or like Boggy, that is liked and everything. We have this character that it may show up, and where have we seen this kind of simplified symbol of pirates as well? In those guys, those pirates that they are in the space. And even they have the heads like Vegapunk, the symbol of the skull similar like Vegapunk. What if Shaka is behind this betrayal in Egghead, and at the same time he has some secret plans, because this type of mask and secretive coming from Daft Punk, secretive ideas, and he's basically trying to figure out things on his own, and he's the one who sent or created these cyborg space aliens that they are excavating in the moon, because the moon has something to do with the story. That another day we will talk about Enel and the moon. And Enel is there, and Enel defeated these other guys and befriended these kind of little soldiers. What if these thoughts and this theory and this kind of brainstorm ends up at the end? We have Shaka being this reason to be. Yes, just for a moment. Let's just think for a moment, okay? Let's just think for a moment. He is not dead, okay? He is not dead. Let's just think for a moment that he's the real villain. And as I said, this is a speculation. This is just to make a theory and a concept in the supposition that York is being controlled by a superior being. In this case, the first creation of Vegapunk for this separation of brain. And as a Terminator, is taking control of them all, and it's saying, okay, I'm the superior being here, I'm the Terminator, and I'm gonna eliminate all of you, and I'm gonna make the other Vegapunks work for me without them realizing. And maybe he can't fool Lilith, and Lilith is too rebel. The other ones are too, let's say, applied to the experiments and the things, because they are more focused in the ideas and the writing of ideas. And then Shaka is overseeing the whole thing and kind of keeping an eye on the cameras and everything. So he will be the perfect fit, in my opinion, for taking the control, for the Jarvis, the Ultron in Marvel, that they take control of these scenarios, because their goodness and their superior thoughts think humans are a plague, and I'm gonna eliminate them starting from here. And we could have this kind of plot being revealed at the end of Egghead, okay? Being revealed at the end of Egghead. I'm gonna do it plain this time, like this, like it's floor. Because we always do like type of grass, but at this time we can play a little bit with this design. So yeah, basically what I wanted to kind of talk about a little bit today is about that, and as I said, feel free to comment and share your opinion, and let's try to look a little bit beyond all of this. And as I said in my previous video about Saturn, I think I wanted to talk about this for a very long time, and this is one of my theories that I had always in the back of my mind. But then in the manga, Oda says no, Shaka is good actually, and York is the bad guy here. And then I said, well, okay, it can be. But then I had this shock, this surprise with the new animation, and yeah, it reminds me this board game Cluedo, that you need to find a clue, who killed this and who killed that, in what place, with what weapon, and everything. So as I said, let's add some colors. As I said, this is just for the speculation. This is just for the fan theory and the what if this is happening, what can be done, what can we achieve with this, why Oda would do this. And Oda could do this to have a bad guy within the Vegapunks that is actually bad guy and bad looking as well and mysterious looking and is controlling and has a massive brain. And on top of that, yeah, he's not like a little girl. I don't see York, because the attitude that she has, yes, she could end up being kind of dragged with Blackbeard, but I think Blackbeard needs to come out with this with a Vegapunk for himself. And I totally think after seeing let's say the first time that we see Shaka in anime, you are showing me Shaka like this? Come on, this is totally a bad guy, how you are showing it. You wanna play with the non-manga readers. Okay, you wanna play with the non-manga readers, so they think, as we thought during the manga, maybe Shaka is the bad guy. I understand, but for us, the manga readers, and anime readers too, and anime watchers too, for the manga readers that we already know that he's not, why would you hint it like that? Knowing the massive hype that One Piece is having at the moment, knowing as well this massive build-up of, let's say, of community that we are having in One Piece lately, that everyone is talking about One Piece, many YouTubers are talking about theories and making videos, and everyone is doing now the live reactions, plus the theories after, plus a second review, plus comparing with other with other YouTubers, then with meeting and doing meetups and talking about this and that. So if you have all of this community talking about, and all of these people, like me, we read the manga. I understand you want to give a little bit of decoration for and colorful, do something colorful for the anime, but that image hinting Shaka as a villain, when we all know already that he's not, I think it's a pun there, it's a clue there in this game that Oda is doing for all of us to say, let's not assume everything is, let's not have everything for granted here, and yeah, let's give it a second thought, okay? Because maybe I do something, Oda is saying, maybe I do something that is gonna surprise you all, and that could be very interesting. I think I would love that very much. So there is the line, this line with the zipper there. Just gonna do it like this as well. I'm gonna try to leave it all white or a little bit gray or black. So first, let's do a first pass of this. Okay. I understand you may write there in the comments, oh, you are too crazy for this, and it can be because we already seen this in the manga, and what we have seen in the manga is what we have. And I would understand you 100%. I would understand you 100%. I just want to everyone watching this video to kind of understand that this is just for the what if, and let's kind of brainstorm about other things that may happen. Or some people might think, oh, this may be like kind of fan fiction or something, but every theory, if you think about it, has a little bit of fan fiction, and I enjoy a lot doing this. So why not sharing it here as well with all of you and see, yeah, and see what we can find out. Maybe we are right, and in a couple of months' time we are back here in the video, and I write in the comments, oh, we were right, and this theory became true. But we never know. I think for the time being, let's just kind of speculate of ideas, and yeah, because think about it. Do you see York design, if Blackbeard is gonna have a Vegapunk with himself and he's not kidnapped, because York is bad, he's been shown as a bad person, do you think a character like York will fit in the Blackbeard crew, in this kind of, or not in the crew, but in the idea for Blackbeard? I don't think it's a strong enough character design for Oda to drag her. I see Lilith being dragged to the next saga with us, with Straw Hats, for logical purposes, basically, like to see how she reveals, because I don't think Frankie is gonna be leaving Egghead 100% intact. I don't see Usopp being able to fix Frankie, and I don't see Frankie being in a condition enough to be able to fix himself. So yeah, as I'm saying, Lilith will go with us, with the Straw Hats. We will see this kind of rebuild of Frankie, and the other strong character, the other character to remember, that me as a so many years fan, I will remember 100% when we are finished with Egghead. It will be the other character, it will be Shaka. I will remember for sure Lilith, and I will remember for sure Shaka, because it looks so cool. And you can see that Oda put so much effort, like when Law appeared the first time, he put so much effort in this character that I don't think he's actually gonna, you know, leave it on the side. I would say leave it on the side. So yeah, I just wanna find black color. So I'm just trying to find with my pencils everything here. Just wanna do first some basic details, because we said that we want the helmet to be this color, and then this, yeah, this we will do it black inside, and the other gray part, apart from this, that we want to do is this, but this is already almost the thing, and let's do a little bit here at the bottom as well. Yeah, thinking about it in beta, I could actually even do, I have this nice pencil that is gray, that we can, yeah, give a little bit of, within the gray, within the dark, a little bit of second tone as well, the pieces of the back and everything, and even do a little bit of paint here inside the helmet, so we have this kind of fake 2D volume inside the character. Yeah, that's good. And now that we are at it as well here on the head, I will redo the number, because you all know that if you've seen my previous videos, when I do a first pass of color after putting a little bit of pen, we always lose a little bit of the quality of the line, and it is very nice if you can actually do a quick pass, kind of to refresh a little bit the image. You see now everything here is popping out a little bit. Let's do like this. And now I think we can focus more in filling the gaps. Irregular, I don't want to do a block of color here, just to keep the kind of creases and shape of this kind of super cool coat. As I always do, we try to do like this. And you can do this if you like to draw as well, and you do your drawings at home. You don't have to record it. It's like we are doing here. You talk about, you're thinking about your characters, or you are drawing your characters, and you wanna have black painted with colors, but then you want underneath something like this. You can always go for both options. First doing the lines and then adding a little bit of color on top. But think about that. Think about it may take a little bit of quality from the drawing, but at the same time you can as well do it the other way around. It has as well his pros and his cons. Like if you do it like this, because the kind of the residue that you leave in the paper with the pen, with the pencil, like this texture that you put as well there, is gonna make it a little bit more difficult for you to add the lines later. So you can test at home which one is the one that you prefer. Sometimes I do one, sometimes I do the other. And both ways work for me, because I can always add a little bit more of tones at the end and make the lines to pop a little bit, and that's it. So I started this year kind of with strong thoughts about egghead, talking about Saturn in one of my previous theories. I've been as well thinking a lot about what kind of extra reveal we may have with the anime, because you all know that when Oda and Toei, when Oda releases the manga, we have the beautiful images and then drawings that they do, that Oda does and his team does, and I love it. But when Toei comes in and the anime is supervised by Oda, they confirm colors, they confirm ways of move, how they talk, how mysterious they are, and it's very nice when they do this, because we have extra reveals, and like everyone is waiting as well. With all this egghead info, we are gonna have info about Gorosei, about Imu, and everyone is waiting about, oh, what type of voice is gonna be for Imu? Did they actually cast a man? It's a woman? What is gonna, how is gonna talk? Let's see if we can find out something. And I think with Shaka is the same. We are gonna see how he moves in the shadows, spying on everyone, controlling everyone, and how he is revealed as well in the anime. I'm very curious about it, because it can give us clues about this theory or this thought that I'm having today. Is he actually good, like a good person, like a good, let's say, yeah, like Luffy, or it is good like a villain in a story, that he wants the ultimate goodness, like the good for the greater good, and do a Terminator image, like the good for the planet is that we kill all the humans and eliminate all the human race, and then everything will be good, because both of them are good, but from different points of perspective. So this is how we see a lot of this in science fiction. I'm curious about the explanation on the anime, how it's gonna go, and all of this is being revived in my mind for me after seeing the intro and the red colors used in the image, the people behind in the glass cubicle, and having these hands asking for help behind Shaka. It's kind of an image showing that Shaka knows, Shaka is aware, Shaka is behind this. And yeah, for the anime readers and for the first time readers, yes, you can deceive everyone and then have the surprise that York is actually the bad one. But for us, reading the manga week by week for so many years, it is a little bit, it makes me think. It's one of these clues straight away I think is one of these clues that Oda gives to Toei, and then we think, yeah, not everything is what it looks. Okay. Let's see. I'm going really slow, and this may slow a little bit the video, because I want to leave these lines that you see to have like a second texture here, and I wanna go as well. As you see, I do horizontal, but not totally plain, but with a little bit of intention. So we see that this is not a plain surface, and it has a little bit of shape like this, like a little bit of curve like this. You can do some lines straight here to fill the gaps on the side and not go outside the drawing that you want, but here as well it can be something like this. And then when the whole thing is done, it makes that impression. If you can see here on the top already, like a tube you're making a cylinder. And to be honest, I always talk about a little bit of techniques when I'm drawing and do these things, and this is the simple thing that when you are a kid, it is taught in art lessons. In art lessons you have these exercises that they do, this puntillism and these lines and everything, and this is basically the same. Do a little bit like a slow going there. Okay. I'm very happy of the channel as well. Is going good. People is watching the videos and commenting and sharing. I see some shares as well, and it's nice to see that some of these drawings are reaching to other people. So feel free to, if you have nakamas that they haven't watched the video, you think that they may like it, or the drawing, the theory, the conversation, or the kind of family or community that we are creating here with the YouTube and with the Instagram. I put it on Instagram too. Yeah, feel free to send it over to other people, and yeah, let's see if we can discover more theories about the One Piece, and yeah, make a little bit of nice ideas and brainstorms here. Okay. It's looking very nice, and when it's finished it's gonna be very nice. I'm thinking about adding a little bit more dark, probably with the black color, to the brighter tones, because as being such a dark color, that this happens exactly the same when I was doing the low character, and yeah, and then we have a little bit of a problem here as well. If you see, and I'm painting black, but we want to keep this. So let's see how it's gonna look. This is a problem that Oda encounters the whole time as well with the text and everything, because we have the manga as well done in black and white, and you see all these things happening all the time, that some text, and he just goes around like this a little bit. Let's see, like this, and what we will do is we will be cheeky here, and we will paint black, so it is actually black, and then we do another round of black on top to make it pop, as I was saying before. can be good. Yeah. And yeah, as I say, we are working in cartoon, a little bit cartoon style, a little bit of, you know, is this traditional? Nothing needs to be perfect. When you are drawing, when you are practicing drawing as well, you can go for the copy, you can go for your own style, you can go for realism, for cartoon, and try different styles and different techniques. I like very much this comic looking cartoon. Sometimes I do the characters with bigger bodies, smaller legs, to fit more my style, more cartoon even than in One Piece, and sometimes I do them more similar to the One Piece design. So it depends of how I fancy doing the drawing on the day. And yeah. Okay. So we're almost there. We're just missing this little part and the legs. Just to do a small recap, I talk always about the Vegapunks to be distributed in different groups. I think we have multiple Vegapunks. You can eliminate a couple now, but we have multiple Vegapunks in different in this saga, because we need him in different locations at the same time for the final saga, for the final war, for the final everything. Let's do the letters. Careful here. And I have very strong feelings about this theory, that we will see each one of the Vegapunks going into different groups, and we will take Lilith with us. And my thought was that Jorg will go with Blackbeard at the end of the story as being the bad character, but I think Oda introduced her so basic, with the basic concept of the human, that it's eating, going to toilet, and all these things, that I think because the same reason I wouldn't discard the possibility of someone else, someone like Shaka, the mysterious one, to kind of take control of her and make her do whatever Shaka wants. And it could be very interesting. So I see this moment at the end of the Egghead when Luffy, etc., and the whole crew already escaped. Maybe Blackbeard has to deal a little bit with some marines to get out of the island or something. And then I see this last moment before they leave the scene with Saturn, because I think Blackbeard is gonna be, if you see my previous videos, I 100% think that he is taking Saturn as a hostage, and that's the Egghead incident. Just check out my previous video, please, and you will understand my idea. So I see this moment, kind of building this theory as I'm doing my drawings and my theories, because I kind of go deep into the thought and the idea of what may happen after this. I'm saying, maybe Kuma arrives, good, and then maybe Vista shows up, okay, good, let's see. And slowly I kind of building this kind of thing. Maybe Zorro, when he's leaving, is gonna see Vista. And then instead of Jorg, what if this guy is actually the real guy? Because the anime thingy, and he kind of, and everything is being planned. Everything is being planned. He's actually not destroyed. He has the helmet looking like the other Daft Punk group member, not this one, because it's these two characters. Why will you do it exactly the same? Exactly the same. Because maybe now Shaka is gonna show up with another helmet, and he's gonna say, oh, Blackbeard, wait a minute, I think you need to hear this from me. And maybe he ends up going with him. That would be a masterpiece storytelling, and I love Oda's writing and drawing and everything, so it wouldn't surprise me to see something so radical like this. More and more, I have clear that in my mind that Oda is using Egghead as the lore saga, and is dumping a lot of info about everyone, basically everyone. And yeah, why not add a little bit more of spicy here to the mix and do this Shaka reveal, and it will be kind of like in Daft Punk what they've done, that they are secret for a time. It will fit the treacheries, how treacherous is Blackbeard, how sneaky he is and how piratey he is. It will fit with that character if someone like Shaka, but with the second helmet, the other more flat helmet looking, like the other Daft Punk guy has, goes with him and says, you need to take me with you, because I have this info that you don't know about Nika, about Devil Fruits, about everything. Because at the end of the story, Boggy and Crocodile and the Gross Guild, they need to get this info, I think, from Caribou. That's what I have in my theory about Caribou. And Blackbeard needs this info too. He needs this info too. He can't just go as it goes like that. So he needs some kind of reliable info, and Shaka is a Vegapunk, and he could give him all this info that he needs. Okay. And this caution word there, why would you write that? Because the lab? No. I think he's writing that because actually this guy is bad. That is my theory. If I happen to have, sleep very very hard and fall on the floor because this is not gonna happen, this is not gonna happen. But I think this is very strong in my mind, and I think it may happen. So for the legs that I'm doing now, I'm gonna go for a straight. I wanna do a straight line to cover a little bit more. So when it's done, it gives this impression, if you see, like it is a block of color. We just do a little bit of white on the bottom of the coat to differentiate, and here as well. So I can differentiate textures within the dark. Feel free as well to tell me in the comments what do you think about the channel. Give me some feedback. Tell me if you want to see a specific character, and I will do it. And tell me as well if I don't know, which one is your favorite character that I've been drawing. If you like, I don't know, the drawing about Kizaru, or the drawing about Momo, or the Frankie drawing. And yeah, so we can kind of do a little bit of things. Feel free to ask as well if you want to know something about traditional drawing, or how I draw something specific, or what type of materials I'm using, I don't know, some of the pencils I'm using. And yeah, I will be happy to answer all of these things, and we can make a little bit of movement in the comments as well. And yeah, so here with the boots, I'm as well going for straight. So we have this contrast with the top, because when we did our colors, as I said, it's all about the contrast. As you see, what I said when I was doing this part, when you are using this liner on top of pencil color, it fades a little bit, it loses the grip with the pen. So sometimes you need to, give it in another surface on the side, or have a paper on the side, and yeah, use a little bit the pen in another surface. Okay. I'm very happy with the drawing. We are almost there. We're almost finished. feel free as well to check my other collection of videos that I'm starting to upload these days. I put first one about Inktober as well, so feel free to go have a look. Those other ones is me drawing from the imagination, from a prompt, and slowly kind of building a story about the character and building the character itself, and yeah, it's very enjoyable for me. That's what I normally do at home as well on my own, but I just wanted to test and to see how you like it in the channel, and yeah, to do other stories, different things, not only about One Piece, but about, you know, other mangas, movies, and invented characters from imagination. So yeah. So this dark Shaka is filled with color, is done. Okay. I want to add a little bit more of darkness here. Okay. And here too. I think it fits, and in the middle as well, because I think it fits good with the design of the character. The yellow line, I think I'm gonna leave it like this. Maybe just let's see how it looks if I do a pass. Oh yes, with a little bit of pass, it looks much more elegant. Like this, painting in diagonal to make it irregular as well. The blue definitely needs this to kind of make it a little bit more thick in the color. And this side will leave it white. I think they will do it white in the anime. I think they will go for this side white to pop. And if it is that true, that everything is kind of more with some colors, and they make this pop, caution, kind of in Toei as well, saying careful with this guy. Yeah, totally supports my thoughts about yeah, that this guy is maybe the real brain behind York's betrayal and this whole world government, and even he's the one talking through York, like a machine controlling another machine with the Gorosei. And yeah, so we have all these deals, because as we always know and we always say, not everyone is so good in One Piece, apart from Luffy, and not everyone is so bad that they always put like a flashback or something for you to see what is behind the character. So yeah, this is DavidViadel23, DavidViadel23, and this is the Mandragon's Cave. I hope you like the theory, the thoughts. I hope you like this kind of brainstorm and as well the drawing, and had a good time today. I see you in the next video, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and all these things that you do in YouTube if you like what you see. That's gonna be supporting the channel and giving me a little bit of feedback about what kind of drawings I can do and what things I can talk about. Thank you very much, and I'll see you later. Bye.